Welcome.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have Paul Roehrig visiting us in this great, pleasant 16th evening.
16th evening, and it is great and pleasant. Thank you so much for hosting me.
Thank you. How's been India visit going for you so far?
I love, every time I come here, I fall more in love with India. It's just, I love the food and the people and the energy. And now that the company is doing so many exciting things, it's even better than ever.
I come to know that you watched a game of cricket today.
I know you took me. Thank you so much. Yes,
How
very
was that?
good.
How
Yeah,
was
it was
that?
awesome, and our side won. You know,
Okay.
I couldn't explain the rules, but it was very exciting, and there were sixes flying all over the place.
Okay, six. How do you define a six now? You know how the
I
six?
know a six.
Okay,
A
great,
little
great,
bit.
great.
Yeah.
Fantastic, great. So Paul, Paul has been one of those strategy leader and marketing person who has taken ownership of being business oriented, giving back to the business with a game of targeting and skin in the game to great business. So Paul, tell us a little more about how you devised the function that adds a business value to the organization.
It's a fantastic question, and the answer could be really short or really long. But
Okay.
so I'll take the next 3 or 4 hours if that's okay, and I'll
That's
just
okay. We have all the time in
Yeah,
the
I
world.
know.
Okay. Unless you miss your flight.
yeah. So forget about that. Yeah.
Okay.
To me, yeah, kidding aside, what's key about marketing is truth and story, right? And how you once you get those pieces right, which is easy to say but hard to do, then you can just do amazing things on two big kind of vectors, if you will, of story. So the one vector we call brand, right? And these are the talent market and media and all of us. So building the brand promise of Ascendion is what we spent the last couple of years doing. Like, who are you? Introducing ourselves, positioning ourselves as being a disruptor in the industry. So there's the brand element. That's one kind of story vector. And the other is around specific clients, right? And these two things need to be in balance. And clients need to know who we are. They need to understand what our value proposition is. How are we different? But the story there needs to be much more focused. It still needs to be perfect and beautiful, but it needs to have an emotional resonance, not with the broadest of all audiences, but with a very focused, targeted group of people that are trying to solve business problems where we can help. And so from a marketing perspective, pushing different kinds of stories through whatever channels and technologies we have, it all comes back to telling a fantastic story for a broader audience, and then telling a very fantastic story but much more focused for a group of people trying to solve a specific problem.
That's great to hear. And Paul, I can tell you that there is a lot of recall value. When we meet customers, I definitely see a lot of recall value. That's fantastic. And all the support from all of us for this thing to grow more and better.
Yeah, the team's been fantastic.
You spoke of emotional element, something in between, right? And we heard from KK, your team members have adopted AI truly.
Yes.
Right? And for the audience here, can you share some of your experience? What did you do to motivate them to go for this adoption? What was this? Because you do a lot of learning for others on that.
That's another great question. I mean, to me, I've been writing about this and studying the rise of artificial intelligence and what does it mean to work for years and years, maybe a few more years than I'm comfortable saying. But now with the seemingly overnight rise of popularized AI, making it available to everyone, it's really democratizing innovation across all different kinds of business functions and kinds of business. So from a marketing perspective, the goal for the whole team was to really think about how are we doing the work today, and how can we do the work even better tomorrow, and how can we get 10x or 20x the level of productivity. So whether you're making a video, or you're writing a press release, or you're working on a blog, or working on the website, every one of those assets now runs through some fabric of AI to improve quality and velocity. And so, like we tell our clients, with AI arbitrage, you can do things tomorrow with technology that you couldn't even afford before AI. And now marketing is the same way. So your question was about motivating the team. Motivating the team is quite simply came down to getting everyone excited about the opportunity, and so there wasn't any like you have to do this, but there was a very strong you have to try. You have to figure this out for yourself because I can't tell you exactly what's going to work, right? Because we're figuring it out as we go. So I think, and you'd have to talk to the team, but I think part of the motivation is it's just if you're curious, it's a great time to try things.
Oh, good. Great. I think you in every answer you do, I get a clue for the next question. Okay, so let's pick up curious, right?
Yeah.
And what type of things, what type of levels of curiosity or differentiated thinking you would expect from the young generation who would want to make career in marketing functions, and more than marketing, the strategically integrated business functions, I would say.
Right.
Well, what would that message be? Because we're hiring people on that front. We are strengthening the team as we grow as Ascendion that we are doing. This could be a good platform to hear for them to hear what to expect as a role and what is that they could be curious about for us.
Yeah, that's another great question. Very nuanced and complex, and so I'll try to just kind of boil down a quick response. I think the number one thing that if I were counseling somebody, well, I am counseling my daughter about school, but we'll leave her out of it for a second.
Daughters and children are difficult to counsel.
Yeah, very difficult. Yeah,
good luck to you.
I don't know anything, so apparently, no, that's not. So, but if I were counseling somebody, not my daughter, who was wondering these questions, I think the thing to really kind of figure out is what makes you curious. I do think. And if it's strategy or marketing or operations or delivery or coding or poetry or guitar or painting, whatever is the thing that's most inspiring to you, that inspires your curiosity, that you're willing to take the next step, that you're willing to be uncomfortable a little bit with leaning into something that may not, you don't know all the answers. That's a clue. That's a clue that that's something that you can follow that will maintain your interest, maintain your curiosity. It's not just like a flash in your mind, like sometimes I'm interested in this, but I'm also interested. Find in yourself what is the thing that drives that curiosity, that sparks your interest. And for me, I love the idea of business well done, right? And so I love learning about other things and how other companies are doing things and what's working and what's not working, and what can we learn from history, and how do you pull information and inspiration from all kinds of different sources. And so that's why I got more involved in storytelling, which comes, stories, strategy is about stories, only there's stories with data, right? Marketing is very similar to that, right? If you don't have data, you don't have proof, then you're just writing fiction, and we don't want to do that. We want to tell people what's the truth. But tell it in a way that has that emotional resonance. So if you're in school and you're thinking about what to do and you're thinking about a career, I love our industry because it's endless. And I love these functions because it is what you make it.
One of the things that you said is that be continuously curious.
Yeah.
Very, very good thought, right? So Paul, thank you so much for here. This was thank you for joining in this for a quick one.
Yeah.
But we love having you here.
Oh, I love being here. Thank you so much for hosting me. Yeah.